Welcome to Durham Region. Bienvenidos a la región de Durham.
Welcome to Durham.
Welcome to Durham.
أهلا وسهلا بدرهم.
Welcome to Durham.
Hello, welcome to Durham.
Hi, I'm Roger Anderson, and this is the region of Durham.
With funding from the Ministry of Citizenship and Immigration, there are now over 20 immigration portals showcasing Ontario to the world, with several more in the development stage. By design and necessity, each portal is as unique as the community it represents. Durham is no exception. So, while all portals have the same objective, to attract and retain newcomers, how they do that will depend on the community. Here in Durham, we are very proud of our immigration portal, and we believe we not only have a unique Durham-centric tool, we also believe we have a sustainable model that will help ensure newcomers will continue to have easy access to valid, reliable, and useful local information for years to come.
The role in some of the really valuable parts of the Durham Immigration.ca project. Within our municipal immigration portal program, they've been a leader in terms of some of the innovative ideas they've had moving forward. They're an important partner representing the outlying GTA communities around Toronto, and they've had a role really trying to foster a collaborative spirit with the other partners and have been anxious and willing and very helpful to help new people on board, talking about some of their successes and challenges, and really acting as a model for how we would like to see this municipal collaborative effort move forward.
DurhamImmigration.ca is going to provide you all the local information in all 8 of our municipalities that you're going to need to move forward and get answers to. It's provided by experts and qualified people who know where to go when they need an answer. And Durham Immigration is going to make sure that you get that answer.
The Durham Immigration Portal was built entirely on partnerships. Those partnerships have continued to thrive and are in fact what makes this portal unique and relevant. To date, there are over 80 partners that meet regularly to contribute content to the portal, exchange information, identify gaps in service, and generate new ideas. Among its other attributes, the immigration portal demonstrates what is possible when people work together towards a common cause. www.durhamimmigration.ca was launched in the spring of 2010. Not without challenges, the portal had to be self-sustaining, yet remain current and fresh, as well as meet the needs of multiple audiences. No small task, especially since there was no model to follow. The lack of a model, however, turned out to be a silver lining because it inspired the search for a unique made-in-Durham solution. And that solution can be summed up in one word: partnerships. Broad-based, cross-sectoral collaboration is what makes Durham's portal stand out from the crowd, and those partnerships are what sustains and enhances it, and what has led to new spin-off projects, collaborations, understandings, and a giant move towards the community-level changes we all want but are helpless to effect without each other. www.durhamimmigration.ca would not have been possible without the collective efforts of our many partnerships. Partnerships are and have been fundamental to the success of Durham's immigration portal.
One of the things that we've really seen as a success and is quite unique is the way that 3 levels of government are working together on this project and this program. We've got the federal government with CIC and HRSDC, as well as ourselves in the Ministry of Citizenship and Immigration, working with municipal governments on the ground in a really effective, collaborative and innovative way.
In addition to the 3 levels of government who have collaborated to create www.durhamimmigration.ca in Durham, we are also proud to have the support and ongoing participation of representatives from all 8 local municipalities, as well as the executive support of 3 regional departments: social services, economic development, and corporate information services. The flowchart demonstrates how the community portal utilizes partnerships to create and sustain its foundation as a community-based project. Each portal partner represents a broad cross-section of the community, and each partner sets aside purely individual interests in order to put the needs of newcomers first. And the engine of this project? The over 80 community partners that make up the 6 portal content teams. These are the people who collectively set out to create a one-stop shop for local resources, information and services that would attract, welcome, and help facilitate, ease and speed the integration of newcomers and new business industry settling in the region.
You're looking for communities, schools, education practices within the region. So everything is specifically geared to here, and it's written by people who live here. So you're getting knowledge from the source, which I think is what makes it very unique, is that it's very specific. It's not from Immigration Canada, it's from Durham Immigration.
We knew we wanted to build a portal that exceeded expectations, a portal with content flexible enough to meet the needs of multiple audiences. www.durhamimmigration.ca includes information of use to individual newcomers, families, newcomer entrepreneurs interested in investing in Durham, international students, frontline workers in all sectors, volunteers working with newcomers, newcomers already in Canada, and those considering moving here, whether from another country or from next door. Local business owners wishing to build a more diverse workforce and/or access new markets for their products and services. And now, 2.5 years since the spring 2010 launch, we thought we would check in with the community and see what they think the benefit and value of the immigration portal and the portal partnership has been. But before we get started, some of you may be wondering just what an immigration portal is. Here's what some of our community partners had to say.
It's a one-stop shop to be able to find information about all types of things. If somebody is specifically looking for employment, there's information about going to start up your own business, be able to look at this type of skill sets that a newcomer may need when coming to the region, and even just looking for new jobs.
We go from dietary needs to employment needs with just a click of a mouse.
The benefits of the portal as a locally based tool have been absolutely outstanding. They provide a one-stop shop for families who are newcomers to Durham and newcomers to our school system to access information on a variety of sources and subjects.
It has allowed us to channel people to resources that are readily available so that it's a one-stop shop. And the feedback that we have been getting has been extremely positive in all areas of one's life.
It's a one-stop shop where people can go to get access for information, not only new immigrants, but the SMEs and the employers, to find out where to get the information, the resources that are available.
And it's something that we can promote not only to newcomers to Canada, but also to people in our own programs and services. So it's something that's really beneficial to the whole region and every citizen in it.
But what does a one-stop shop really mean? And why is that so important?
Sometimes immigrants don't have all the resources to move around to get the information because sometimes just being able to access a service it takes time and sometimes it takes money. But if you can just sit down in one place and get the information, it simplifies your life in the sense that it saves you some money, it saves you time. And it also makes your life as an immigrant easier because it's also a way to network.
Definitely, if I were to give a tip or a piece of advice to any newcomer to Canada, particularly to Durham, one of the first things I would recommend is for them to log into the Durham Immigration so that they save the years that I lost as an early comer to this country like 3 years ago. I think I lost a lot of opportunities because I wasn't exposed to all of these ways of assistance that are offered to immigrants to Canada. So for sure, if there is a tip that I can give to someone, definitely the Durham Immigration site is going to be of great value and assistance to anybody wishing to settle in the area.
The portal affords an opportunity for a lot of our partners and agencies and school boards and universities and of course newcomers to our community to have a place where they can go and find out everything they need about the community. It's another way of welcoming people.
In Durham, we decided that a one-stop shop means finding information that falls under 6 broad topic areas. Those areas are living in Durham, working in Durham, learning in Durham, doing business in Durham, settling in Durham, and creating inclusive communities in Durham. It means that within those areas, the community will continue to improve, enhance, and augment the information that is shared as new needs and gaps are identified. It also means understanding some of the basic needs of newcomers and creating an interesting and welcoming way to present that information. To do this, the portal has, among other things, the following key features: Google Translate, a job aggregator, an events calendar, Google Search, the Working in Canada tool, invaluable for anyone looking for a job. Plus, on a more personal note, the site boasts welcome messages from the community, including a personal message from the regional chair, Roger Anderson, and all 8 mayors. If you get a chance, check out the welcome section on the homepage and add your own welcome message from anywhere you have internet access. But why not let the partners speak for themselves?
I have found that the immigration portal is an excellent locally based tool that helps assist the newcomers in becoming familiar with their surroundings and becoming comfortable living here.
It's allowed our residents, our current residents, to be able to find out the different types of services they need. There's just a wealth of information on that portal. It also serves as a really useful tool for potential residents. If they're thinking about locating into Canada, and they have to pick a place, well, all of the information, health, schooling, where to live, it's all on the site, all in one place. And of course, the other really good thing about it is it translates into, well, I would imagine just about any language. There's a whole slew of languages on there.
It's helping us as a university to advertise that the region is a welcoming place. It has context around jobs, information about settlement, and provides life beyond the university, providing a broader and bigger context just for students and their families.
I think that one of the main benefits of the portal has been that a lot of agencies and services which have existed for a long time never had a way of reaching out beyond themselves. And the portal provides that connection and that magnification to the world.
As a police service, it helps us to get connected to other agencies that have similar values and goals with respect to the strength of diversity in our community. And it also allows us the opportunity to see what resources those agencies are offering newcomers to Durham Region.
The information that's provided in the portal has been useful in terms of its content, but also in terms of its ease of access. So students can access it whenever they need to. It's not information that all needs to be taken in at once.
Well, we had a client walk into Northern Lights Canada one time, and she was looking for information on settlement here in Durham. She hasn't moved here yet, but she was choosing which location, which area in Ontario she'd like to settle in. So when she walked in, we referred her to the website, which is a great place to find information about Durham, whether it's housing, food, whether it's the culture and the community, the kind of community we live in. So she was able to get that information on the website. She contacted all the different community partners listed on the website, and she was able to find a job, find a place to live in, and she was so appreciative of it that she actually wrote a poem that was later published on The Citizen, which is a publication that's distributed by the portal.
As an employee of the town of Ajax, I've had the privilege of working with the Immigration Portal Group in Durham. From my perspective, it has had tremendous benefits for us as a community. We've been able to link our website to the region's website, and in my eyes, it's been a real compendium of best practices at the regional level in terms of diversity. We now have a place where when we have residents come into the town hall who may be newcomers to Canada or even just newcomers to Durham, we have a place where we can direct them for further information and to get the information they need quickly and efficiently.
The introduction of advanced technology for the region of Durham and its service partners, bringing forward a collaboration and collective tool that many can use to learn about Durham and enhance their life in Durham.
We see clients using it on a daily basis in our resource area, and we have clients coming to us because they've found the Welcome Center on the portal. It's, to me, one of the most important tools that our settlement workers have as well, for it makes sure that they're pointing people to resources within the region.
The benefit to my organization is, and to me, is that it gives me a tool to talk with my members about in the event that they do have newcomers that are part of their staff, that there is this place that they can go to and get a lot of information that is going to help them from a cultural standpoint, an educational standpoint.
I really feel that it's evident that there's so much has gone into creating this tool, and it really encompasses everything I feel that a newcomer could possibly want to have to help them in settling into Durham region.
For me as a service provider, one of the main benefits of the portal has been as a learning tool for both the teachers and the newcomer students in our adult language classes.
The benefits of the portal as a locally based tool have been the fact that the networking is unbelievable. I have learned about resources that are in the area that I never knew of before. I live in Durham, I've worked in Durham my whole life, and I thought I knew the resources here and I was wrong. The portal in itself is very, very user-friendly. It's easy to navigate. I spent lots of time going through it on my own as well and being able to show other people where to find the things they needed to find, and it's a great resource to be able to hand over.
It seems DurhamImmigration.ca has met its original objectives. But in addition to getting the immigration portal up and running, the Portal project was also developing a new sustainable strategy based on its collaborative partnership model. And it didn't take long before the synergy created when the partners got together in their content group meetings began to reap unexpected benefits for the members and the community. So in this segment, which we perhaps should call Collaboration, the gift that keeps on giving, we turn our attention away from the benefits the partnership has had on the Portal project and instead turn our focus on what our partners have to say about the benefits of being a Portal partner and what that partnership has meant to them.
It's been an excellent opportunity for me to partner with community agencies and service providers that I would not normally be working with. So it gives me a format to be able to share information about my issues and the population that I champion for, but it also gives me an opportunity to find out about providers that I wasn't aware of existing in the community.
The collaborative approach to the portal helps connect accessibility to a bigger world, and it puts us at a leading connection or partner with those other agencies. There's 80+ connections or partners with the portal, and accessibility is there at the forefront and makes sure that we're part of this diverse community.
Community partnerships are an absolutely integral part of all of the work that we are doing in the municipality. Together we can achieve so much more than singly, and one of the benefits of this particular partnership that I feel is that we get the collective experience and wisdom rather than try and invent everything on our own.
A benefit of DREN being a member of the Portal Partnership is that in our everyday life we work with over 50 members. But there's always other things that are going on out in the community that we may not know about. So having a voice brings perspectives from our 50 members to the portal, but we also hear from the portal members what's going on in their community, and that's really important. Again, it's back to those connections.
One of the benefits of being a member of the Portal Partnership has been the networking opportunity to meet with other organizations that we have never worked with before.
So what I enjoy being a member of the Portal Partnership is that it has actually informed me a lot more about what's going on in the community. So I've gotten to meet people who are doing great things in the community, and now I'm even more aware of what's going on.
Well, being a part of the Portal Partnership has enabled me to connect with other people in roles similar to mine. And beyond that, we've mentored each other, and I've learned a tremendous amount, particularly from the Portal staff, as well as other participants.
So being a member of the Portal Partnership has allowed us to link with a broader piece of the community, so about 80 some odd partners in the community that we wouldn't have partnered with normally, that really allows us to make sure that all members of the community really understand the local labor market information and all of the benefits that the training board has to offer. So it really provides an increased value to both newcomers, to the council, to the portal, and to ourselves as a partner.
I didn't expect the wide array of people at the table. For the group that I was working with, living in Durham, There were people from other municipalities that were involved, other social agencies, members of ethnocultural groups, faith-based groups. I think we even have somebody from a financial institution. So it was a real coming together of ideas and sharing of best practices. And I certainly learned a lot along the way about what other agencies do to help forward the agenda of diversity in Durham.
I can network with other agencies in the community. I can ensure when I refer people that they are linked to other agencies and services within our community. And I, as a service provider, can be aware of all the agencies or all the events and all of the processes and all of the programs that are being offered in our region.
The benefits of being a Portal partner would be the networking opportunities and the sharing of resources and community connections that have been formed along the way.
Being a member of the Portal Partnership has allowed the Health Department to demonstrate to the community that we do value inclusivity and diversity. As well, it's really allowed us to tap into some community partners who we may not have been familiar with, also get familiar with members of our diverse community so that we can kind of tweak our products so that it does meet their needs.
Like beauty, value is in the eye of the beholder. Here is a snapshot of community thoughts on the value and role of the portal.
I think that it sets our new immigrant population up for success. It sets up our newcomers with a foundation to start with. I think it's an invaluable tool, and quite frankly, every community should have one available to their people.
I found that there's one section that I like most. There's an international, there's a language tool portal, which you can, like, there's an arrow, they can click the different languages. And for me as a newcomer, and my English is my second language, so at the first time I know this feature, I have a sense of belonging.
The opportunity for a newcomer to access the website in a different language, and there's so many different languages. It's great, and I've sifted through the site myself in another language and seen that it's every single page, so you don't lose any information along the way.
If I need to find how to get to this person, and if I need this help, I can always go to the portal and I can get all his contact information. And if there are new services going on and new events or any new updates, news regarding immigration or any other service going on in the community, I can always get that information from the portal.
For newcomers that may not really understand how we are in North America, we all heard stories about people who are come here who don't realize how cold it is. The portal has seasonal pictures on it, it has the temperature, it has all kinds of features, and then you can drill down deeper to get local labor market information, what's happening in the community, understand local food. There's such a variety and richness within the portal that makes it really valuable.
And again, it's just another feature to attract people into the region. And it's, again, the feedback has been very, very good, both internally and externally.
The role and value of Durham Immigration Portal has been useful from a hiring perspective. Particularly in our field of information technology, this expands the scope of individuals that may be looking for opportunities within Durham that have a technology background that are coming to Canada to work.
What we find with the newcomers that access our settlement services is they are so excited to become a Canadian. They want to know what being Canadian really means. What are the core values? What are the belief systems? What are the political systems in play? And that is something that the portal speaks to in meaningful ways for people so that they can take the time to really fully understand what it means to be Canadian.
So anyone who works in the area of meeting newcomers recognizes very quickly that they come with a whole host of needs or interests, and no one person or agency can respond to those needs on their own, that there needs to be that a resource that meets people where they're at, whether it's one piece of information that they're looking for or it's 10 pieces of information all at the same time.
Doesn't matter where you're from. You can go on the site and you can get answers to the questions that you might not normally get at any municipal town hall. You'll get it not only accurately, but you'll get it in the language you feel most comfortable speaking. And I think that offers a lot. There's more to moving a company to Durham Region than the sewer and the water and the bricks and the mortar. It's making sure that the people who are working there and moving there can find what they're looking for, whether it be social services, health, schools, doctors. It's a great site with great opportunity, and it accommodates everyone, and that's what's important.
DurhamImmigration.ca is not only a valuable, reliable source of information for newcomers, business, and existing residents, it also acts as a catalyst in connecting the 80 partnership organizations who may have all continued to work independently in trying to reach our common goal. As a result of having the resource of DurhamImmigration.ca, our economic development offices in the region are working with local employment agencies to gain a better understanding of the labor pool in Durham Region. That's good for business, and that's good for Durham Region. When we share our expertise, we all win.
As many of our partners have drawn attention to the Portal project being a catalyst for new projects and partnerships, or to use their words, a project that has helped break down silos, it seems fitting to conclude this video with a few highlights of some of the spin-off projects, activities, and collaborations that are being attributed to participation in the Portal and its many partnerships.
So some of the benefits that we've seen for communities who have participated in the MEO program with these immigration portals is they've really been able to maximize the value of the government's investment by sharing some of the tools that they've developed themselves across different projects. We've seen one example is Durham Region that has developed a fantastic English as a second language curriculum that they're sharing with all of their local providers. That's a model where they're tying in the community information and the information on their immigration portal into the classroom for ESL teachers. That's a model for content and ESL curricula that we can see happening in many communities across Ontario. It's a really good fit.
We're really excited about what's going to be happening. We've expanded our orientation from 1.5 days to a couple of days. So we have providing information about how to succeed academically, how to succeed in the community. And we partnered with LDIC, and they've taken a wonderful role in involving the community. So for example, Mayor Henry from the City of Oshawa is hosting an evening for us on one of the evenings of the first week, before, just as classes are starting. And he himself will be taking the students around around the city, introducing the City of Oshawa to them and the community, down to the lake shore, and then back to have a reception in City Council. So I think students will really be impressed to have such a hands-on welcome by the mayor, but again, recognition to Durham Region, who has had a key role in facilitating this together with Durham Regional Transit.
From the partnership in the working group, we've been able to come up with a project that's going to be benefiting all of our different immigrant groups within Durham. It's an assisted communication toolkit to aid somebody who has language barriers, whether it be through disease process like stroke or inability to speak English, to be able to communicate if they are a victim of abuse. So it's the only tool of its kind that exists at this time that we're working on.
The diversity and immigration team in the region has proven to be very valuable for the economic development team. The team has brought us several potential leads. More importantly is a group from China that has materialized into some great potential opportunities. And it's based on the expertise and knowledge that they have at their hand and being able to connect the dots to economic development to help the region of Durham become a very prosperous community. And for that, I would like to congratulate the team.
If you would like to know more about www.durhamimmigration.ca, or if you or your organization would like to become a Portal partner, please send your inquiry to immigrationportal@durham.ca. We look forward to working with you. This video project was funded through Ontario's Municipal Immigration Information Online Program. www.durhamimmigration.ca is supported by the Ontario Government with support from the Government of Canada.